Hi folks, so we got the whole carriage to ourselves right now. Yay! So, kind of thinking I might go back to that abandoned place as soon as I get back. Well, I'm not sure because I do feel kind of nervous about going back there. To be honest, I just don't know. It's just who are you going to bump into? You know what I mean? But I don't know. It is on the way home, and I'm kind of, part of me wants to go back because I felt that I rushed it, and a part of me is kind of like thinking I'd like to just take my time a little bit. You know what I mean? Just do it a little bit longer. But I'm in two minds about it.
Where this train terminates. Change, please.
Anyway, I've got some.
This station has step-free access. Please remember to take all your personal belongings with you when you leave the train. Change, please.
So I've got some news for you. Well, I'm not going to tell you right now. I'll wait until I get indoors, I'll tell you then. Anyway, yeah, but in the meantime I might go to that abandoned house again, or abandoned building, whatever. Yeah, I might just do that, yeah. So we're going to have to wait and see. I am so tired right now.
Sorry for the delay.
It's not been... We're currently being held at red signal. Yeah, so it's not been particularly busy today. It's not been too bad at all. I'm just really tired right now. And I got plenty of sleep last night. Do you know what I mean? I got at least 7 hours. Although I did wake up at 3 o'clock, but I went straight back to bed. You know, I woke up, potted around for about 2-3 minutes, and then went to the loo and everything, blah blah blah, and then went back to bed. But essentially 7 hours sleep. So by rights I shouldn't really be this tired, really, I guess, but it is the middle of the week, I suppose, and I've noticed that beginning of the week, Monday, Tuesday, even usually Wednesday, but by Wednesday sort of / Thursday I'm usually starting to flag and I'm usually starting to feel really tired, so I don't know. Right, we're here. Home, Brixton. There we are. We're back home. So, yeah. Wow, wind blowing because the train's just left. Right, okay folks, so I might go there, I'm not sure yet, kind of thinking about it, so for now I'm going to leave it there and I'll catch you guys later. Bye for now. Hi folks, so there's the building. I don't know if I'm going to go in or not, to be honest. Oh, my bottle's gone. Anyway, yeah, I might, I don't know still, I don't know. But anyway, so what I did learn online was all of this here, this car park thing, right? But not the building itself, funny enough, but all this car park here. Now, it's interesting because when you look at the pictures online, the size of it's looking, I don't think it's going to just cover this car park. I think it's going to cover this as well, whatever this is. I have no idea. But also I noticed that when I looked at some of the other artists' impressions of what this thing's going to look like when they've built this thing, because apparently they're going to build a theatre. A theatre's going on this corner. They're not replacing that building. Apparently that building is going to be part of some sort of workshops. It's going to be part of the theatre some way, workshops or something, it said online, in the Brixton Buzz, which is a sort of newspaper. I don't know if they actually print it or if it's just an online thing, but anyway, the Brixton Buzz, and they were saying that like that's going to be turned into like workshops or whatever. But on this corner, and I presume, because when you see the size of it, the pictures anyway, like, it definitely comes all the way along this corner here. So I'm assuming, and it must mean this part as well as just that car park. There's no way otherwise it's not going to be big enough, you know what I mean? So one assumes that it's going to encompass all of this, maybe just up to this boundary here. But then the thing is, right, the thing is that, like, when you look at the pictures, like I say, next door to that, next door to where, right, so the thing's going to be here, the theatre is going to be here, right, so the theatre's going to be there, and then right next door to the theatre, if you look at the, I'll probably Google, I'll get the pictures and show you, and then right next to it is like what looked like new housing. So one only can assume that whatever this is, and if it's still even functional, I have no idea, and I don't even know what this thing is anyway, but presumably whatever this was or is, that's going to go as well, presumably. So, I mean, actually, what is this thing? I have no idea what it is, actually. Whether it's even still used. I mean, judging by the way all the leaves are on the floor and everything, and kind of looks like it maybe doesn't get used anymore, but I don't know. But anyway, whatever that used to be or was or is or whatever, one assumes from the pictures that I saw online that all this is going as well, from what I'm seeing anyway. Now, the thing is, like I said, on this corner, you know, not including this bit now, because like I say, that's more speculation on my part, just going by the picture. But definitely on this bit, on this corner, they're saying they're going to build some sort of theatre. It's going to be called the Oval Theatre or something. I don't know why the Oval Theatre, but that's what it's going to be called. And those buildings are going to be incorporated into it as like workshops or something. Now, apparently, that since the 70s was apparently that was like a housing co-op. So, and it was the oldest housing co-op in Brixton, I think it said, and like, you know, they provided like obviously accommodation for people in an affordable way, I suppose, whatever. I didn't go into all the details necessarily. Now, what it was before that, I don't know, because I didn't get that far into it, so I need to sort of check that out as well at some point and see what originally it might have been. Whether it was originally apartments, I don't know. But anyway, so that's a little potted history of the thing. Like I said, they kicked him out about 2014. They kicked him out. Like I say, it was a housing co-op, sort of affordable apartments for people. And then, like I said, Lambeth Council eventually, obviously they've been doing this deals with these people or whatever, and then they're going to build this theatre. Like I say, the theatre is going to be here. They're going to build this theatre. I'll get the pictures offline, like I say, and I'll show you what it's supposedly going to look like when it's finished. But and as I said, these buildings, this building next to it, they're going to be some sort of workshops from what it's saying online. Yeah, so interesting. So I must admit, like I say, there's a part of me still kind of wants to go and have another mooch inside. There's some fantastic photographs that that are online on the Brixton Buzz, showing some of the apartments on the other side, on the side I didn't get onto, and there's stuff like still in there, like furniture and things and this, that and the other, and there's just some wicked pictures. I'll download a couple of them if I can, and I'll show you what I mean. but it's really super fascinating.
Really interesting. So, okay, yep. So that's basically what I've found out so far. So for the time being, I'll leave it there and I'll catch you guys later. Bye for now.
Hi folks. So, okay. So here's the news. So, people today have been talking in the shop. Lots of people have been saying they got their pay slip, and a lot of people are saying like they got their £1,000. Some people don't know yet until tomorrow, like me for instance. They tried to check for me in the office to see if my pay slip had come through, but it hadn't. So anyway, the thing is, everybody, or the majority of people, saying they're getting their £1,000. Again, some people are saying that it's going to be 40% taxation. Some are saying it's going to be 20%. I really don't know 100% on that yet. If it's 40%, that means I'll be left with £600. Of course, then on top of that, I've got other bills and stuff that are due on the 28th of this month, and also I have to repay the sorry, brain's not working. What do you call the flipping overdraft? So I have to pay the overdraft and any bank charges that are on top of that. So if it is £600, I have no idea what I'm going to be left with at the end of the day. So it might be, I don't know, a couple of £100 if I'm lucky. But again, this is all speculation because I have no idea 100% yet until tomorrow, sometime tomorrow at least anyway, when I'll find out for definite just exactly how much is in there. I don't. I'm bemused by my own sort of reactions and thoughts and feelings. I'm bemused, perplexed even, perhaps. Because of course you would think, like, you're getting £1,000. Whoa, hey, that's freaking amazing. You should be so happy. And I just find it interesting that, particularly since I found out earlier on today, all day it's just been a constant source of worry and just complete and utter distraction for me all day long. Been finding it hard to concentrate on what I'm doing in work. I didn't make any real, well, in fact I made hardly any mistakes at all essentially, but the point is I was just finding it really difficult to concentrate on the work and getting on with what I was doing. I was doing fine, you know what I mean, don't get me wrong. It's just that obviously now I had this added speculation going on in my head about, like, will I get the £1,000 and do I still qualify for it? And anyway, they told me on that one, at least, and reassured me that so supposing I joined Pret the week before they announced it, the £1,000, you would get the £1,000 even if you joined the day before they announced that they were going to give the £1,000. It's literally from the day of the announcement. If you've been working for Pret on the day of the announcement, then you're going to get the £1,000. So my worry is about, have I worked there long enough? Is it only if you've been working there 6 months, 12 months, whatever? So that's definite. Do you know what I mean? At least that much I'm now reassured of, because that was another thing I wasn't sure about. You know, whether I actually qualified for this £1,000 or not. You know what I mean? Did I meet the threshold, whatever it was? But now I've got absolute clarification on that from Martha. She's like the deputy manager there, and she definitely confirmed that it's from the day of the announcement. So if you were working for Pret, if you joined Pret after that day, which again seems a little bit unfair in some respects from their point of view, I suppose. Do you know what I mean? If you joined Pret literally a day after they made that announcement, then sadly you don't qualify for the £1,000. But, you know, I suppose in a sense, from my perspective, I kind of, you know, I'm lucky in that sense, you know what I mean? So I'll definitely qualify for it. But it's now the question about whether it's this 40% or 20% taxation. And actually, I'm going to check something out because I'm just curious. Actually, I should have done it before I made this video, actually, because now I think I'm going to have to add this in after the video. Either or I'll make a little sequel to this video, whatever. But I'm just curious to see what the taxation rate is for Pret as a company. I wonder if their taxation is as high as mine in that sense. But then again, of course, you know, this is a different country and they've got like Prets all over the world essentially, so their taxation rate's going to be different in each country, I guess. But I'm just curious. Yeah, 40%. You know, I don't mind paying taxes. I don't. It doesn't bother me about paying taxes. I'm willing to pay my fair share of taxes. Do you know what I mean? That I don't have a problem with. I really don't. Do you know what I mean? Because I know it goes back into the system to provide for different things: fire, police, ambulance, stuff like that. It goes towards services of all different kinds. Do you know what I mean? And what have you, sort of thing. And also, it pays into part of it is it pays into you know, my pension, you know, state pension, whatever this annual, and blah blah blah. You know, so. From that point of view, I don't have a problem with paying my taxes. I'm quite happy to pay my taxes. I really am. As long as it's fair, do you know what I mean? As long as I'm paying my fair share, not beyond the point where, you know, certain individuals or certain companies or whatever, through loopholes and this, that and the other and what have you, manage to avoid paying their fair share, then yeah, you know what I mean? Then obviously I'll have an issue about that, do you know what I mean? Of course. Do you know what I mean? Because like I said, I don't mind paying my fair share, that's fine. I ain't got a problem with that at all. Do you know what I mean? I'm perfectly happy with that. You know. But at least make it fair. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, and I don't know, to me, 40% doesn't seem that fair to me. But, like I said, I don't understand the taxation system, if you like. I don't understand how and why they work it out that way and what have you. And my other question is, even if it is this 40%, what this girl was saying, and you're supposed to get that back next year sometime, which again, it's like, what's the point of that? Do you know what I mean? I'm sorry, just don't see the point. But anyway, but does that mean then you have to actually actively apply for that taxation back? Do you know what I mean? Or is it just a case of like, unless you actually actively apply for it, you don't get it? Do you know what I mean? They're not going to just like, you know, turn around and say, oh, by the way, we owe you this because of the way the taxation law works and this, that, and you know, blah, blah, blah. So because of the way it's structured, we should owe, you know, we actually owe you 20% back on that bonus that you got, so we're going to give you 20% back, and they do it automatically. Well, to be quite honest, that would be great if they did that, but I can't see that somehow. I think you're going to have to actively apply, and I can imagine and see that being a flipping rigmarole and a nightmare to process to go through. Do you know what I mean? They're quick enough to jump on you when you owe them money. Do you know what I mean? But they have a very nice habit of dragging their feet when it comes to money they owe you. Like I said, it's just about being fair. Do you know what I mean? You see, so it's like this is supposed to be essentially a joyous flipping moment where like, oh, I'm getting this bonus and it's going to be great and flip a deck and I can go and buy something, or I can go on a holiday or something, or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Whatever it is I might decide to do. Do you know what I mean? But oh man, I don't know. I just needed to let this out. I have to have. You see, the thing with me is, see, at the moment I've got nobody that I can just have a good moan with. Do you know what I mean? And whether you agree with this or not, I believe that as human beings, we need to gripe at times. We need to moan about stuff, life in general, specific things that affect us, whatever. And it's a safety valve. It's a way of just releasing that stuff that's in there. Do you know what I mean? Because we all have negative thoughts, we all have negative outlooks at times or whatever sort of thing, and we need to release it. Because if you just leave it in there and it's just swimming around, that's when you get depressed. That's when you start feeling really, really bad. That's when you start feeling really sort of, you know, angry and you know, resentful towards the world. You need to release it. You need a place and a space and somebody you can, you know, you can release it with and just say, do you know what, freaking life is a pain in the ass at times, blah blah blah, and just have a good old moan. Do you know what I mean? And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Do you know what I mean? It's only when you carry on and carry on and on and on and on and on and on, and then don't actively try to address the situation or whatever. Now, you know, the thing is that, like I said, so for me, I just need to let this out right now. Do you know what I mean? I just need to get it off my chest, just air it. Because by tomorrow, and all being well, whatever's there anyway, regardless, whether it's 600 or 800, whatever it is, whatever's there, then, you know, at least then I think to myself, right, okay, let's do X, Y, and Z, or whatever we can do, and then enjoy. Do you know what I mean? And then I'll be enjoying it. Do you know what I mean? But at the moment, it's just like, oh, freaking heck. You know? It's like, but like I say, I just have to have a good moan. You know what I mean? I do. I'm sorry. And
You know, you see, this is the thing. Life isn't nuanced. Life isn't black and white. Life is nuanced. Do you know what I mean? Human beings are nuanced. You know, and you make a statement or you say a particular thing, and then people either interpret it one way or interpret it another way. Do you know what I mean? And then either take it out of context altogether. Do you know what I mean? Or misinterpret what you're trying to say. Do you know what I mean? And you know, the thing is, I'm just having a moan, guys. I'm just having a moan, and I just need to have a moan. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with having a moan. Do you know what I mean? Because now and again you need to. It's a safety valve as far as I'm concerned. You need to release that pent up stress or whatever it is and just let it out, and then you can sort of like you know, that's how it works for me generally anyway. Do you know what I mean? And I tend to think, I've got that off my chest, feel a little bit better about that, I've had a good moan about it, blah blah blah. Do you know what I mean? Now I can move forward and just put it behind me and forget about it. Do you know what I mean? And just get on with it. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's like I need that space. I need that space to be able to just have a good moan at times. You know what I mean? And at the moment, this is my only outlet, guys. This is my only outlet. I ain't got nobody else. I ain't. You know? So, you know. Alright, folks. So, yeah, sorry for the moany video. And tomorrow, all being well, we'll have a nice little bit of money, and at some point I'll plan a trip for this weekend. We'll go out and about somewhere, we'll go somewhere we've never been before, visit a new little town somewhere or whatever, like we used to do, and see what we can find. So, yeah, okay, so for the time being, I'm going to leave it there, folks, and I shall catch you guys later. Bye for now.